Hey guys, welcome back. So as you can probably see from the title, today we're going to be doing something that I don't do at all on this channel, which is that we're going to be talking about another YouTube channel. And yeah, so I don't have any notes as I would normally do because I wasn't planning on filming today. Our semester had just started and I am very tired, but I just thought I'd slap on some makeup and do this video before I chicken out the next day and I don't talk about it because this isn't really what I normally do, but as you can probably see from the title, today we're going to be talking about a channel called JCS Psychology, or Jim Can't Swim. It's like a little name they gave themselves. It's you probably already know this channel if you clicked on this video, but this channel is a true crime channel. Mostly they look at interrogation videos or interrogation tapes of criminals and they sort of analyze it, and it's a great channel. It's actually, I think, one of the largest true crime channels on YouTube right now, and a whole situation happened where a bunch of their videos got taken down by YouTube for some reason, and now they've announced that they're probably going to be moving off the site, and it's just a very unfortunate situation, and I just wanted to talk about it today and give some of my thoughts. So yeah, just a really quick rundown if you don't know what happened. So JCS Criminal Psychology just posted on their community tab 4 hours ago saying, a post saying, "So that's a wrap, folks. The flagged videos violate the violence and sensitive events guidelines." The same old tune we've been hearing since 2018. It's their gig, they're being YouTube. So fair enough. We cannot thank you enough for the love you have shown this channel, and we will of course keep you updated on our next move. Love goes out to you all. So yeah, this is regarding a situation that happened a few days ago where YouTube started taking down a bunch of this channel's videos, and so they tweeted out on January 6th, "Dear Team YouTube, please respond to our support ticket," and then the ticket number. "We would really like to get the Wrath of Jody video back on our channel, or at least be given an explanation as to what exactly is going on, not just a link to your community guidelines page. Thanks." And then the next tweet on January 8th, "Christmas with Cliff video is now being messed with as well. To my ex who's clearly running things now at the Team YouTube internal review team, I'm sorry for everything." And then the next one on January 9th, "Pretending to be crazy and McDaniel's video down. Dear Team YouTube, please respond to our support ticket number. The channel is unsustainable in its current state and we will be required to switch platforms if we cannot come to a resolution." And then just 6 hours ago, they said, "The videos are flagged for these reasons according to Team YouTube. Shout out to everyone for the support. We are truly humbled. An exit strategy from YouTube is now in the works. And we will keep you updated. P.S. Thank you for the love," and then tagged a bunch of people that presumably helped them or like spoke out about this whole situation. And apparently their videos were taken down because it violates the violence and sensitive events guidelines from YouTube. And I'm gonna pop a photo of those guidelines up here. Yeah, this is just really unfortunate because I've watched this channel since a few years ago, actually, since their DiPolito video about Dahlia DiPolito, and I've watched their videos religiously since. They're very high quality. They are incredibly well researched. There have been a lot of people say copycat channels, but they're just, a lot of other channels have modeled their own videos on this channel's videos because it's just so high quality, and honestly, I think very few channels are able to do it like they are able to do it. It's actually, this channel is a group of people, and the voice that a lot of people assume is Jim is a voiceover from another YouTuber who also has a YouTube channel, but it's basically a group of people, and honestly, there isn't another true crime channel on YouTube that can do videos with the quality at the same quality as they can, and it's incredibly good. And it's just so unfortunate that this is, because the thing with the new YouTube guidelines is that it's so selective and so unclear about exactly what is violating the YouTube guidelines and what isn't violating the YouTube guidelines, because as a lot of his subscribers have mentioned in the comments, a lot of the so-called copycat channels, or channels that are modeled on Jim Can't Swim's Criminal Psychology's videos are still up, and there are other content on YouTube that can also be seen as incredibly offensive content or incredibly bad content that violates YouTube guidelines, and they still leave it up. Like, a lot of people mention animal abuse channels or animal rescue channels where they actively put the animals in dangerous situations to bait out like predators, and in order to get views, and some of those channels are still up. Family channels where they actively put their children in danger is still up, but then this channel that doesn't really show anything, it's literally just showing interrogation tapes and like tapes that you can see that is freely posted online, that you can see in other YouTube channels, and they just analyze it, and somehow that violates violence guidelines and sensitive topics guidelines. And honestly, YouTube has talked for the longest time about encouraging educational channels and encouraging educational content on their site, and you can see it in the way that they push channels like Kurzgesagt or Oversimplified or stuff like that, like those channels that talk about, that are educational and teach you about a topic. But honestly, I really don't think that you can say that JCS Criminal Psychology isn't educational, because they definitely are. Like, I was going to be a criminology major, like I took a bunch of criminology courses in college, and honestly, this channel explains things a lot better sometimes than some of the professors, and they point out certain tactics that the criminals use or the interrogator uses that is more in-depth than some of my professors can go into during lecture. So it's just an incredible shame that this kind of channel has to be driven out of YouTube, because it's such a great channel, and honestly, so much work has gone into it. Yeah, I'm sure a bunch of their fans will continue to they will continue to follow them into whatever platform they decide to go to after YouTube. But honestly, this is just really bad for the true crime community on YouTube in general, because I've seen some amazing channels that have sort of censored themselves into complete oblivion. Like, they'll just censor themselves until sometimes they don't even make sense anymore, because they're so scared of these YouTube guidelines that are so inconsistently applied to certain channels and not to other channels. Yeah, this is such a sad situation, and a lot of people think that if the JCS videos are considered like sensitive topics or violating sensitive topics and violence guidelines, then true crime on YouTube is just dead in general, because then there's nothing because the whole point of their videos is giving context and motivations to the crimes that we're seeing, and they're just explaining it and in a way that is very educational, very informative. There's nothing sensationalized about anything that they show. Everything that they describe or everything that they show is there for a purpose, and when you're clicking onto those videos, you know what you're getting into when you're clicking onto a true crime video about like Jodi Arias, you know. And I don't understand why, because the Jodi Arias video, it's been up for months and months and months. I don't know why they're just taking it down now, like a few days ago, because that video, I think, amassed over 10 million views. The Pretending to Be Crazy video has amassed, I think, over 55 million views. I think that's the best video that they have on their YouTube channel, and that was pulled. And I just don't understand why they would do something like this. Like, it really does not make sense, because if it really violated the YouTube guidelines, why didn't they take it down a week after, or 2 weeks after, or a month after, or 2 months after? They waited like half a year and then take all of it down at once now. And I don't know what the whole situation is, but honestly, it's just very, very demoralizing. Especially, I'm still a very small channel. Like, I don't even have monetization on yet, because I don't even have enough subscribers to turn monetization on yet. But looking at the way that YouTube treats such a large channel with such a large platform that obviously has a group of people doing strenuous research and are so focused on what they do and so good at what they do, and they can just pull the rug out from underneath them like this. Like, smaller content creators and true crime content creators on YouTube, really nobody is safe, because you sort of have to tap dance around all of these guidelines that aren't very clear. Nobody knows what the line is, where the line is, you know. Because like I said, like, a lot of people on Twitter and a lot of people in their comment section, obviously it's their supporters, so they're going to be a little bit biased, but I think that they have a point in saying that it's so unclear where in the JCS videos do they violate the violence or sensitive events guidelines. And so it just makes it incredibly hard for all the smaller YouTubers who are in this, you know, genre, including me, because I sometimes do true crime videos as well. So it's just so hard to understand like the motivations behind it. I don't know. Anyway, it's just a really sad thing. I just wanted to, I'm sorry if this video came off as really angry, because I am a little bit like, I'm just so confused about this whole situation. But anyways, I'm sure that because though that channel, the group of people behind that channel obviously have so much talent, and they are obviously very passionate about what they do. If you just look at the quality of their videos, it must have taken hours and hours and hours and hours, because most of their videos, they only post very rarely, and most of their videos are an hour to 2 hours long, and the amount of information and analysis that they pack into their videos is extensive. It's so much. So I know that they're going to be successful wherever they go to, and a majority of their fans are going to follow them there wherever they decide to go to. But yeah, it's just incredibly unfortunate that this had to happen. I don't know if this signifies anything more. I'm not sure if this means that all of those other channels that are modeled on JCS will also have their videos demonetized or taken down, if true crime in general is considered not ad friendly anymore and YouTube will continue to penalize those sorts of channels. But yeah, it's just incredibly unfortunate, and yeah, I don't know.